Peak Performance is an arcade-style racer that was released on the PS1 on January 24th, 1997 in Japan, otherwise known as Touge Max Seizoku Driver Master, and was then released on March 24th, 1997 in North America, and then finally in Europe in November of that same year. It was developed by arcade shmup specialists Cave and was published by Atlus. A weird nod by 4 High Heels led me to spending a stupid amount of money on this very basic game. I mean, why this one? I guess it is due to the breezy Sega AM2 vibe going for it in its presentation, which we'll get to soon, but overall, for the price that a physical copy goes for, I really expected more. There are a lot of differences between the Japanese version and the international version. For one thing, Touge Max actually featured licensed cars, and Peak Performance still does, to be honest, but with all the branding removed in an astoundingly bold move by distributor Atlus, as all the car models basically retain their IOL forms. Other noteworthy exclusions include missing racetracks, as well as what I found to be the most heartbreaking exclusion, a removed story mode, a feature which would come to define the Touge Max series back in Japan, but unfortunately not available in Peak Performance. This feature so needed to be here because the game has all the replayability of a demo disc without it. You have about 4 racetracks shared between the options of a circuit race or a time trial, as well as a course editor. That is it. I also spent an embarrassing amount of money on this game too, did I tell you? I could easily have passed this one up because, except for the gaudy presentation, Peak Performance is a truly underwhelming experience. The controls are not bad for a pre-analog PS1 racing game. It controls just fine. It's more tuned towards drifting, which does make you think you're on an ice rink at times, but the sense of acceleration is otherwise fantastic. It will take some getting used to if you never played a racing game with digital mapping before, but the AI in Peak Performance doesn't provide much of a challenge anyway. It's simple arcade fun that is just all too short. By far and away, the best aspect about Peak Performance is its peak 90s presentation. The whole gaff is strewn in pastel colours from the game's main menu to even the physical box that it came in. It also has vertical scrolling graphics in the background, fonts that do not have a uniform style, and a soundtrack that consists of nothing but jazz fusion and butt rock. I got way more enjoyment out of the art style of Peak Performance than the actual gameplay, which frustrates me because I spent a stupid amount of money on what is essentially just 55% of a game. I cannot recommend Peak Performance at all for the prices that it goes for on eBay nowadays, but if Google is your friend and anything you've seen here has piqued your interest, then by all means it's okay for a race or two. But seriously, Peak Performance is a severely neutered port of what sounds like an actually enjoyable combination of a visual novel and Ridge Racer in its unexpurged form. I would seek out Touge Max if I were you and leave Peak Performance in 1997 where it belongs. Thank you, please like, comment and subscribe, and goodbye.